Hi, this is Monty from Motorpark Vehicles and welcome to another one of our detailed vehicle appraisals on a car that's just recently come into us. Excuse the noise in the background, there is a gentleman doing a lot of mowing. He always does it every time I do these videos. I'm sure he just waits to hang around for me. Anyway, so this is our lovely 2014 Volvo XC60 SE Lux Nav. Obviously automatic, it's the D5, so it's the 2.4 5-cylinder diesel with the automatic Geartronic gearbox in a lovely dark grey. I forget the colour of it, but let's give it a Swedish term, so we'll call it Nordic grey with a beautiful sand beige leather interior. Fantastic service history on this car, covered just over 69,500 miles. Now let me just give you a brief walk around the car and then I'll give you a more detailed view very shortly. Now the reasons we tend to do these videos, it's all about trust, honesty, integrity. Please apologise, you're going to get some glare coming in from the sun on some of the lens. So yes, the reasons we do these videos: trust, integrity, honesty. Please read some of my reviews on Auto Trader. We'll try and be as honest as we possibly can. And please guys, please do not expect a brand new car. She's not. She's done 69,500 miles. She's 7 years of age, over 7 years of age. So please don't expect a brand spanking new car. And we try and advertise them on Auto Trader, so they're all either in the great or good price category. Now the reasons I held the camera there for a few seconds is please jot down the registration number. Do any checks that you want to do. If you want to know where it's been serviced, by all means ask me, I'll let you know. Most of its life it's been serviced at Volvo main agent, apart from the last service it wasn't done at a Volvo dealer. I think the customer probably knew that they were looking at selling the car, so they probably just didn't take it to a Volvo main agent. Now I've had a couple of phone calls on the car. One person, well I say a couple, we've had I think 2 or 3 and a couple of inquiries. One particular customer wanted to know where the car had come from. This car had actually come from another Volvo main dealer. It wasn't bought via an auction or anything like that. It came from another Volvo main dealer, and it was just a bit too high mileage or maybe too old for them to retail, so that's where it's come from. Okay, so we've got a lovely specification on this car. You've got adaptive cruise control, you've got blind spot assist, you have got lane departure tracking, stuff like that, and I'll show you that very shortly. Now any of these little watermarks you can see here, there is just where I had the car wash before I got here. Now this is to do, this little gizmo here is to do with the adaptive cruise control. If you're not too sure what that basically does, give me a call and I'll let you know. I've personally put about 170, 180 miles on the car. I drive everything just to make sure everything is as it should be, and it drives absolutely lovely. So let's just start off along the front of the car. Now you're going to have a few little stone chips here and there. It's to be understandable. Nearly 70,000 miles on the clock. Again, a couple of bits and pieces that I have touched up. One I've just seen on the bonnet there. I must have missed that. Oh no, it wasn't. There was a chip on there. I thought I'd gone round and done all the bits and pieces. You've got xenon headlamps on this car, and they've got the cornering light function and high beam assist. Really clever how these work, these later high beam assists as well. So a few stone chips along the front of the car. I've done my very best, but again with a dark grey, this sort of age mileage, it's quite hard to really hide them all. Now you've got Pirelli Scorpion tyres all the way around, lots and lots of tread on there. There are a couple of little scuffs on the alloy wheels on the front one. I think there's a tiny one down here which I've touched up down there, and there's another one on the passenger side, but nothing major. We had a couple of little trolley dents along the side of the car, but we've had that all addressed, and hopefully, I'm not too sure how the quality is sometimes. I do try and take it on a HD camera, but sometimes the jiggling around tends to, the quality doesn't always be too good, but I always upload these all to YouTube, and hopefully that should give you some good reflections, no dulling of paint, that type of thing. So let's just show you inside. I did do a couple of little touch-ups on the door edges. So cream leather interior, beige, whatever you want to call it. You've got your driver electric memory seat, 3 settings on your driver. Really nice cream leather interior. Slightly darker, kind of a two-tone contrast between the carpets and the seats. Automatic headlamps, obviously. All your functionality on your steering wheel. You've got 2 keys with this vehicle. Automatic, as I mentioned. All the buttons at the bottom of that, where that climate control, where it looks like a little person sitting on a seat, that's where your climate control functionality is. Your heated seats work absolutely fine, and below it you've got a row of buttons. That's to do with blind spot. You've got attention assist, you've got lane departure, parking sensors. You've got parking sensors on the rear of this car. All the navigation works absolutely fine. The climate control is nice and super cold. You've got a really nice kind of three kind of themes to the dashboard. You've got like a pro, economic, cool one, and I think a prestige or elegance one, something like that. Let's just show you in here as well, hopefully. Headlining looks all good to you. Fantastic. Let's show you around the back. You've got obviously privacy glass on the car. All the door panels all look good. Now apologies, I'm obviously standing in the way of the sun that's shining through. Now I'm coming up to 6 minutes now. I'm conscious that most of my videos tend to take about eight minutes long, so I'll try and be as quick as possible and zoom through the rest of it for you. What do we have? I think we had a couple of little touch-ups which I had to do on that door and door edges, but nothing major. Again, plenty of tread on the tyres. The alloy wheels are all fine on this side. It was only a tiny little one on the driver's one. Now, this is probably the worst bit really. Let me just open up the boot, because you've got that electric tailgate. You got your, I was going to say 60-40 split. It's not. It's like a 60-20. Sorry, it's like a 40-40-20 split. Now, a couple of little touch-ups I've done along here. The very best I possibly can do. It doesn't warrant having the bumper painted. But again, if you read my reviews, it's all about trust, honesty, integrity. I'll tell you how it is. I don't want to drag you down here, whether you're 200 yards away or 200 miles away, to have a look at a car that looks absolutely fantastic in photographs. We've all done it before. We've gone and stood in front of the cars that we've fallen in love with, and yeah, think to yourself, was that the car that I really wanted? All good here. As I mentioned, stone chips, or little chips that I've covered up on there. Down the side of the car, hopefully that all looks good. I'm trying to do this in a bit of shade. Only when you get the sun glaring on you don't really get to see much. But it's all good. But again, that's just my opinion. And I'm a bit biased sometimes, especially when I'm selling the car. But no, I'll tell you how it is. I really will. And I am only human. I don't intentionally want to drag you down here to view a car that I've misdescribed. So I am only human. If I have missed a chip here or there or something like that, I do apologise. But I think I go above and beyond what a lot of garages tend to do. I don't keep a lot of cars. It's really hard to buy cars at the moment with the way the industry is. Everything is fetching lots and lots of money. Really hard to buy cars. I normally keep about 15 to 20 cars. I'm down to about sort of 10 to 12 cars. It's a real struggle to get really good quality cars. Now, a couple of little bits on the tops of the headlamps, a couple of little scratches here and there. Just want to show them to you. Again, if I took a photograph of that car there, you wouldn't pick any of that up. That won't polish out. You won't be able to do much with that. It's just sometimes the heat gets on there and just makes them go like that. So, thank you very much for persevering with the video. We're 8.5 minutes into it, nearly 9. So if you're interested in this car or want to know any more about it, anything else I've got in stock, please don't hesitate to give me a call. Send me a text, an email. I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Many thanks. Take care. Bye-bye.